Hello my dear children, how are you all? Hope you all are fine over there. Children, we were discussing our second chapter, units and measurement. We have completed measurement of length, mass and time of different scales. Today we are going to discuss most important concept of this chapter, that is error. What do you mean by these errors in physics? Why do we need to study about these errors? Children, physics is all about measurement of universe. Every time when we make some measurements or when we make some calculations, we end up with some errors. So it's very important to study about these errors. So children, let's get started with today's session. Children, as we discussed in our introductory video, today we are going to discuss about error. So what do you mean by error? Error is the amount of uncertainty in the measurement of any physical quantity. So whenever we measure any physical quantity or do any calculations, there is a chance of error. We will always end up with error. Amount of uncertainty in that measurement or in that calculation is known as error. Children, consider a very small sphere like this. Suppose you want to find out the diameter of this small sphere. So you can't take your ruler, that means your normal scale, 15 centimeter scale, to measure the diameter of this small sphere. You can't measure it accurately with the help of your 15 centimeter scale. So in such cases, we will use a device which is known as vernier calipers. I hope you remember the image of vernier calipers. Okay. So it is possible to measure the diameter of this very small sphere using vernier calipers. And suppose the actual diameter of this sphere is 2 centimeter. This is the actual diameter. Okay. And if we measure the same sphere with the help of vernier calipers, suppose you got a value of 1.99 centimeter. Okay. So this is the measured value. 1.99 centimeter is the measured value of the sphere, and you got it when you measured that very small sphere using vernier calipers. And this 2 centimeter is the actual diameter of the sphere as claimed by the manufacturers. So it will be the actual value. So here there is a difference, right? There is a difference between the actual value and the measured value or the observed value. This difference itself is the error. Okay. So what is error? Error is the difference between true value and actual. Actual value is also known as true value. So it is the difference. Error is the difference between true value or actual value and measured value of an object or a physical quantity. Okay. And how will you denote it mathematically? Mathematically, we can denote error is equal to true value minus measured value or observed value. So here what will be the error? What is the difference between true value and measured value? Here the true value or the actual value is 2 centimeter and the measured value is 1.99 centimeter. And what is the difference between them? 2 minus 1.99. What is that? 0.01 centimeter. So the 0.01 centimeter is the error here. Okay. So this is error. It is the difference between true value and measured value. Now let's discuss about the types of errors. So mainly the errors in physics are classified into two. One is systematic error and the another one is random error. Apart from this, one more error is there and we can call it as least count error. Okay, least count error. So these are the three different types of errors in physics. So first, let's discuss about systematic error. So what do you mean by systematic errors? Systematic errors are those errors that tend to be in one direction, either positive or negative. So what is the meaning of this statement? It means that systematic errors arise due to a definite cause or due to an actual reason. It always occurs due to some rule. We know what is the reason for that error. We can predict the cause of this error. So such type of error is known as systematic errors. And there are three categories of systematic errors. First one is instrumental errors. So what do you mean by instrumental error? Suppose you are using a voltmeter to measure the voltage of a circuit. Okay, so you know that you have provided a 2 volt from the battery to the circuit, right? You have provided a 2 volt from the battery to the circuit. But the voltmeter measures only 1.5 volt. Okay, so you have provided a 2 volt to the circuit, but your voltmeter measures only 1.5 volt because there is some fault in your voltmeter. Okay, so here there is an error of 0.5 volt. And what is the reason for that error? Error in your instrument, the voltmeter that you are using to measure the voltage. Okay, so such type of error is instrumental errors, and we know the cause for this error. It is the fault of voltmeter. So if we replace the voltmeter, we can minimize this error. Okay, so instrumental errors occur due to error in any instrument. Then what is the next type of error? Next category of error under systematic error is imperfection in experimental technique or procedure. See, whenever you have fever, your parents may use thermometer to measure your temperature, right? So where will they place the thermometer? Under your armpit or in your mouth, inside your mouth? Yes, they may keep it in both the places. But the armpit always give you a lesser value than the actual temperature it has. Okay, but the mouth gives you a much more accurate value. So this is a technical error, and this error occurs due to imperfection in the method or in the procedure that you have adopted. Okay, so such type of error is known as experimental error. Okay, so it occurs due to the fault in your experimental technique or procedure. Then the last category is personal error. So what do you mean by this personal error? From the name itself, it is very clear. It arises due to the individual's lack of proper setting of apparatus, or it may be due to his carelessness in taking the observations. Okay, in lab, sometimes you may be very lazy and you may be very careless in taking the observations. So in such cases, you will commit some errors. Such errors are personal errors. It is due to the fault of the individual who is doing that experiment or who is taking that measurement actually. Okay, so he may not have followed the proper precautions in such cases. Right? So in the beginning itself I had told you to measure the diameter of the sphere. When we use the vernier calipers, you got only 1.99 centimeter, but the actual value is 2 centimeter. So it may be due to the fault of the person who was doing that experiment, because he must hold that vernier calipers properly in order to measure the diameter of the sphere. So he may not have followed that precautions. So he might have committed that error. Okay, so these are different types of systematic errors, and these errors occur due to the reasons that we can predict. We know what is the actual reason for these types of errors. Okay. Next category is random error. So random error, it occurs irregularly and hence are random with respect to sign and size. We can't predict the actual cause of this error, and the reason of this error is not in your hands, not in my hands, because they can occur due to any reason. Okay, it can arise due to random and unpredictable fluctuations in experimental conditions. It is not in our hands. For example, suppose we are trying to find out current in a circuit. So I have connected the circuit to the main supply voltage. Okay, I am going to find out current in the circuit, and I have connected the circuit to the main supply voltage. Suddenly fluctuations occurred in the circuit. You know, the domestic circuit are always subjected to fluctuations, especially in India. So suddenly fluctuations occurred in the circuit and the reading was not a proper value. So the reason is not in your hands, it is not in my hands. We can't do anything. So such types of errors is known as random error. And the last category of error is least count error. So before moving to least count error, you must know what is a least count. So what is least count? It is the least value, or it is the smallest value that can be measured by any instrument or device. For example, consider your 15 centimeter scale. So what is the least value that your scale can measure? Yes, the least value is 0.1 centimeter, right? So the least count of your scale is 0.1 centimeter. And suppose the sphere that I have shown in the beginning of this session, suppose the sphere has a diameter of 2.13 centimeter. Okay, so children, can your scale measure this 2.13 centimeter? No, it's not possible. Why? Because your scale can't measure this 2.13 centimeter. Your scale can measure only up to 2.1 centimeter. Why? Because the least count of your scale is 0.1 centimeter. So your scale can measure only 2.1 centimeter. This 3 can't be measured by your 15 centimeter scale, because the least count of your scale is 0.1 centimeter. So this is least count error. Error that is associated with the resolution of the instrument, or error that is associated with the least count of that instrument. So how can we reduce this error? It can be reduced by using instruments of higher precision and improving the experimental techniques. Okay, so these are all about the different types of errors. So which are the 3 different types of errors in physics? Systematic errors, random errors, and least count errors. Okay, and what are the different types of systematic errors? It is instrumental errors, and also experimental errors and personal errors.